My name is Bevan and this is my wife Tam. So I went overseas to London when I was 20 years old.
We bumped into each other at a bus stop in London, how
That's
random. Through a mutual friend, got chatting, it was a Saturday, invited him to church, he came the next day.
My name is Adrian Pillay. So I spent some time in London from 2006 to 2016. For the whole 10 years I was part of Hillsong London. So was Bevan and Tam at that time. And I returned and joined Open Skies in Kloof, not knowing that the pastor of the church, it was actually Tam's dad.
South Africa was always a part of our hearts, even while living over there. And we came back to South Africa and we hadn't come back with any intention specifically to come back and say, start a church.
Bevan and Tam both visited Open Skies. The earliest memory I can do was even way before the name or anything, just that brief conversation. It was only a couple months after that. They felt strongly that they were going to be pioneering a new church on the North Coast.
There was this sense that perhaps we need to step out and plant a church and start something new. One of the advantages of modern society is there is social media and there's the internet and all we did was to just try and get word out that this is what we were hoping to do.
We are the Badenhorsts, I'm Gemma.
And I'm Nico.
Yeah. To be honest, we didn't know when we first met Tam and Bevan. It was kind of like oh, you should meet them.
After we put up a post to say we're going to be starting a church, Gemma was actually the first person that I went and did a coffee with. Gem, I actually didn't know her, but she saw that post and she got in touch and I drove down to where she works and we just caught a coffee in her lunch break. I had quietly prayed a prayer to say, God, if this is you, then would you please just supply us with a worship team? As we're getting to know each other, it turns out she sings and she's married to a musician slash composer slash one of those musicians that can play this and this and this. I'm all, okay, Jesus.
We knew that there was a reason that we were being called to Durban. We knew that there was a reason that we were being drawn to it and pulled to it. And before we really knew much about them, just because of the community that they had had from their info night and that sense, just like we're in, we're done, we love you, we're in, we love this, this is awesome. It's kind of all we've been looking for and praying for.
We had our first interest night. The cool thing about that interest night was that a few people turned up. Let's just say, I don't know, like 23 or 24 people turned up, but of those 23 or 24, which was kind of cool, yeah, like it was mainly family and friends who were really just coming to give us a show of support, you know, like we did another get together. That then revealed that there were a few more people that were interested.
Kind of just started off as a group of people meeting on a Wednesday night in a coffee shop in Umhlanga.
Hi, my name is Peggy. We're at the gym in Shagazet. The gym's name is Vuvu Fit. That when Bev and Tam came and introduced themselves to us, the first meeting was great. The way they were preaching the word of God, that's when it touched me and I've decided to say, oh, let me join the church because before I wasn't going to church before. But the way they preached the word of God to me, it touched my heart and then I said, I better join them.
As much as we had been gathering with these incredible groups of people in 2 locations, there was greater strength in us coming together for now. We don't know what the future looks like. We feel like that anything is possible with God, but the next step is to get together in this one location to build strength and to see community healthy and flourishing, and then just trust God for the next steps.
We love that it started in 2 groups and is coming together as one group because from the start we have said that we would love to be a church of groups that would gather on the Sunday, happening here, there, everywhere. And then on the Sunday, it's just like a big family dinner. The whole family come together and we're able to do then in that environment what we can't do in groups.
And so that kind of then kicked in with, okay, cool. Let's start getting together regularly. Church really is about people together. That's the essence of what church is.
The things that I'm excited excited about going to the new venue in Spire. It's like we're launching a new church now, because in Rockwood we're going there maybe once in a while. Now that we'll be going there one way. It's that only that we've got a place where we settle in together, not to be some other people in Hlanga, some other people in Palm Lake. So yeah, we'll be together now.
It was definitely a God-appointed time, if I can say that, but we're doing one thing. We feel strongly that this is a God thing, and people want to get involved.
This journey of starting a church from the beginning has been an adventure for both of us. I think especially coming from our backgrounds and everything, but honestly it's been the best adventure ever, and it's been the best way getting to know everybody. And this journey of starting a church is so fun.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I've never been a part of any of the things.
No, me neither, and it's so exciting.
And so the miracle really is that we've got such a great group of people together who are passionate, who are so supportive, who are wanting to do this with us. And so we're so encouraged about what could be because of what God has orchestrated to this point.